Hi guys, this is your girl, Pinkie, and we are here to talk about none other than, we're going to start off on a good note because it's morning time, and I don't need nothing, I really mean nothing negative in my spirit right now. So we're going to talk about the good stuff first. Then we can talk about the mud, the mess, the sliding, the lies, people with snake-like behaviors and stuff. That's why this morning I want to say good morning to everybody, okay? And I am Pinkie the Housewife. So I get a chance to say we're going to talk about the bad stuff last, the good stuff all up front, all the juicy good stuff, okay? Because it's too early in the morning to be talking about some bad stuff. It's too early in the morning, and my coffee is still warm and hot, okay? You know, when I start talking about the bad stuff, the coffee ain't gotten cold. It's time for me to leave. But so, we're going to talk about the good stuff, okay? And I have a secret weapon. So when I talk about the bad stuff, I have on my alien socks. Yes, I do. My alien socks. And I got my alien bunny here that you put on your head, and it's beautifully made. Actually, Sharon McClary made this out of Pennsylvania. Okay, I sent her pictures of all my alien socks, well, some of them, and I told her to pick one and make me a bunny from it. And look and the inside is all satin, beautiful satin for your head. And it's well made. It's not one of those thin, cheap ones. It's very well made, very comfortable on your head. You know, it's very comfortable. And for you ladies that got a lot of the hair, you know, long hair and everything, and the long braids, she do make them in like this. I think this is maybe a medium or small, because I do have some that she made a little too, well, I think this is a medium, because I wear a small hat. But I do have some other ones too. You may want to hit me up, and I can tell you how to get in touch with her. She can make them for your channel and stuff. All right, but that's my little bunny. So I need this to talk about what I'm going to talk about at the end, because that's negative vibes, and I'm this morning all for kumbaya vibes, wonder sunny feet, sunny vibes. I'm in the sunny mood right now because the sun shining. As far as I can get to is the kitchen this morning where my coffee was. So I told my husband, I'm going to just sit in the kitchen where my coffee is, where my breakfast is going to be cooked. As soon as I get through, he's going to fix me something to eat. He did ask me earlier when I first got up what I wanted to eat. You don't ask me that before I can get my coffee, but he does it anyway. He asks me these things before I can even drink my coffee. I'm a bunch of when I first get my coffee. Okay, let me get coffee in me first. And I always tell everybody I sit all on my feet, cross them, and everything. That's a habit. It's just very comfortable to sit like that for me. But we're going to talk about our beautiful, false, strong, smiling, happy, good vibes. God said go, and she went. God said stay there where you are, and that's where she's at. She's in a happy place. She was just smiling. I think you all know who I'm talking about. She was just smiling and just talking and just having I think she has the best interview ever. You all know who I'm talking about, right? Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm talking about Melody. Mel. Yes. She did an interview with Carlos King, right? That was after the, as soon as everything wrapped up for that first episode, right? And I've been intending to talk about it. But so I'm just getting around to it. But the week is not up. It's not time for the new episode. Not yet. So I still got time to talk about it. We got a couple of days before that. Okay. So stay right there, coffee. Let me do my job. Okay. So we're going to talk about our beautiful male. All right? You know what? Let me just say this. Say all my disclaimers first. And then I can tell you what I was getting ready to say. Okay? Everything is alleged. Okay? This is my opinion only. This video is made for entertainment and educational purposes only. And just remember, guys, everything is allegedly. Okay? And it's my opinion. All right? So I want to make that very clear. Okay, and thank you all for watching today. But let me just tell you what I was going to say earlier. When I watch Mel, I watched every season, an episode. Every episode, every season, I haven't missed not one. Even on my sickest days. I remember when I was laying up in the bed, Pep was all broken up, hand in a cast, and I had to lay like that. I was like that for like 5 months, right? I watched every episode then. Even when I was on medication for the pain, I still watched the episode. And half of the time I would fall asleep on it after being medicated for this pain because I couldn't get up on my own. I was laying flat. I still watched every episode. Okay? I did not miss an episode. Even when they had me in the hospital, I still watched every episode. I did not miss. Although I don't remember half of it, I watched until I fall asleep and wake back up. But when I got home, I watched it again. Because this person, Mel, she inspires me. When I say she's very inspiring. Yes, she is. Very inspiring to me. Here she was at the highest. With that snake in the grass, Martell. What she put him up there. And then he tried to break her by not letting her take anything from their murdered home, right? Her and her kids had to sleep on blow-up mattresses and things like that. She couldn't take anything. I'm glad she didn't. You know why? It made her work harder, stronger, and believe in herself even more. She didn't need anything from that God-forsaking Martell. She did it. She was strong. She was capable. She was smart. She did it all. She did it. And then he can't say, I gave you this. I let you take that. Because you know what he would have been doing. I gave you this. I let you take the bed. I let you take furniture. I let you take... No, you didn't let her take nothing. Okay? She is so strong. And by watching that interview that Carlos King and Mel did an interview, it was a little over an hour. Just a little tad bit over an hour interview. She was sitting in her home, like she always do in her interviews, and Carlos was in his closet. And beautiful locations, both of them had beautiful locations. And Carlos King was asking her questions, and plus she was asking him questions too. They was in a joint interview, right? Because she is a producer, right? love and marriage. Huntsville would not be a love and marriage. Huntsville, if it wasn't for her. She's the gold mine behind it. Okay? That's what I mean. She's smart. She's capable. She's strong. She's educated. And she's beautiful. She did it all on her own. She didn't have no second income to fall back on. She didn't have nobody rooting her all the way, no more than her family. Her mother, her brother, and her family. Now, I'm not talking about his side of the family. I ain't talking about that dog. I mean, that criminal side of the family. I'm talking about her family. Everything is alleged, though. Okay? In my opinion. She did it all on her own. And if you look at it today, she's in a much better position than when she was with Martell pulling her down. And he do bring that up, let me tell you. Oh, I'm not pulling you down, but you did before. Okay. But anyway, they did a wonderful interview. And they talked about where the show was going, how she's doing, how the cast is doing, how she's responding to the cast, because Mel can shut them all off. When she goes into her quiet place, her happy place, in a place where God got her surrounded and protected, she don't answer nobody's calls. She need her break. She need her Mel time. And us as Mel meters, we know that. When Mel, you don't hear from Mel, we know why she's doing what she's doing. She needs peace and she needs quietness. And when she needs that, she may just only be around her team, which is positive team. I ain't talking about the producers. Her team. Her mom, her kids, and her brother. She don't need all those other distractions, all them other people that's bringing in negative energy. She don't want to call you Stormy and talk with you. She don't want to talk to you, what's her name? Letitia. She don't want to talk to nobody. Even Kimmy understands. That's Mel. That's what Mel do. She don't want to talk to nobody, especially not the Martell, that whole hotel, motel, especially you, in your side of the family. You all, she wrapped you up in a box and tied a bow and leave you there. And it's not a pretty box nor a pretty bow. But anyway, let me get to this, okay? Okay, Mel, this is Melody. Okay, let me get to it. I got my little notes here. Like Mel, Carlos asked a question about Mel and how does she feel that Martell is on the show with her, and how does she feel about it, or something like that. And she said, if you give him an inch, or anybody an inch, they'll take a mile. And basically, she was trying to say, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile and keep taking a mile. Yes, just my opinion. That man never gives up. But he should give up. Because don't he have a couple coleslaws on hand? But he can't give up because he's still in love with Melody. But she don't want you, man. She got a man. Oh, that's a new record. She don't want you, man. She got a man. I just made up a new song. And I can't even sing. Gosh. I guess I won't get that record deal, I guess. I better set my sights on something else. No, since I can't sing, maybe I can rap. Oh, gosh. I'll just leave that alone. I'm just kidding, guys. Yes. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. And Carlos asked her, do she sometimes get uncomfortable filming scenes with Martell, the snake? Okay? Well, he didn't call him the snake. I'm calling him the snake. Well, maybe I should just say, do you get uncomfortable? The question was, do she get uncomfortable filming with him? And like Mel said, she's dealing with, this is all allegedly, in my opinion, of what I heard, okay? She's dealing with her children father, who is missing, okay, now this is a good, who is missing reality TV. Catch that. He's missing reality TV and also missing reality. I ain't got nothing else to say on that one. You know how she always say things you have to read between the lines? She dropped you little nuggets and you got to try to catch them. Mel don't have to say a lot, but when she do speak, there's a lot been spoken in those short little words, or those short little posts she sends out. You got to be a millimeter to understand. And some of you are not millimeters, but I think you probably do understand. But anybody like that narcissist Martell would never understand. He'll think that's a compliment. I'm serious. The man would think that's a compliment. Anything coming from her, he'll think it's a compliment. Oh my Lord. But she said that he's missing reality TV. Man, you on TV. But I think he's missing reality TV with her in it, with him on the scene. And he's missing reality. Y'all help me to make sense of that. Not what she said. Make sense of him. Missing reality TV and reality. Drink some coffee on that one. Okay? Now remember, this is all alleged. And she said she found herself trying to walk a thin line with him, like a very thin line. That is narrow as possible. It have to be as narrow as possible. Let me see, find something, a thin line. I'll take this spoon. Walk that very thin line that is narrow as possible. It's got to be as narrow as possible to not confuse him. She didn't say him, but not to confuse. And we know what that means, not to confuse that food. Because if you're already missing reality and reality TV, we don't want to confuse that food any longer. No, because he stayed in a delusional state in my book. That's my reality. That's just my opinion. He stays in a state of confusion, delusion. And then she said, just because he do a scene with her, she said, I can speak, she said, just because he do a scene with her and she can speak to him during that scene, say, how are you, or how you doing, she just keep it moving. When she say that, how you doing, or whatever, she keep it moving. But that's not the way he said. When she speak to him or say anything during that scene, anything, this man, you know, if she speaks to him in any kind of way, or do any type of scene with him, he thinks, here she go, I'm gonna try to do it. If I say anything say how you doing, say her scene lines or anything to him. Anything in a scene. He think he got a chance. But she trying to keep it moving. She's just trying to keep it moving. She ain't got time to think, because to him, he gets confused. And just, this is my opinion, not hers. She didn't say this, but this is mine. He gets confused. I think he's taking the reality TV and reality and mixing it all up, because the man is in a state of delusional. I'm not a medical profession, but I just see somebody unraveling on TV. And I just watch the scenes. When I watch them scenes, every time, like when he called her on the phone, this man got just as happy. He about to hyperventilate over the phone. And like she was saying, she just called to tell him what time, where, and location. What time, location, where, whatever it was. And she wanted to keep it moving. And he just wanted to talk about the prayer. The prayer that it's like, did you do it last night? Do what, man? Pray at 10 o'clock. No, she ain't gonna pray at no 10 o'clock. She ain't gonna waste God's time praying at 10 o'clock. If she do pray, it's gonna be something she's gonna pray for her and her children and her parents and things like that. And her success and stuff like that. She know what to pray about. But she ain't gonna waste God's time praying that you all get back together. You done lost your mind. I know you done lost your mind. And then he couldn't let that go. He kept hopping on that, just kept hopping on that. Man, that woman ain't gonna pray that you all stay together. I don't know what's wrong with you. Y'all get back together and become a family again. And even Kimmy said she think Martell is missing his family, missing being back together with Mel and having that family. She's talking about that's all he talks about. He mentioned it several times. This was the food that traded in a cup of coleslaw. Not a full cup of like this. You know them little cups that they give you in the restaurants? And they put the little plastic top on it, a paper cup of coleslaw. Yeah, he traded that in. Probably didn't cost no more than $1.50 maybe, the most. Because coleslaw, I don't even eat coleslaw. I never tasted it. So I don't know what it tastes like. And I wouldn't waste my money on coleslaw. But anyway, he traded in that little cup, paper cup, with a plastic lid of coleslaw or a scoop of coleslaw on the side of the plate for a whole big meal. When I say a whole big meal, that meal looked smart. That meal was educated. That meal was a boss of several businesses. That meal had children, four children. That meal had nice, beautiful home, money in the bank. That meal had beautiful cars. That meal had potential to even just keep soaring. And you traded that meal in for a plastic bowl with a plastic top, a paper bowl with a plastic top with coleslaw in it. And that was cold. Do you warm coleslaw up? I don't know. I don't know, do you cook coleslaw or do you warm it up or how you eat coleslaw? I don't know because I never had coleslaw. I see it when you go to restaurants, but I never had coleslaw. And if for people that cook, I don't know, do you cook coleslaw or do you make it? I don't know because I'm not a cook. I don't cook, so I don't know how you prepare it or how you do it. I don't know. Do you put it in the oven? Do you cook it on the stove? Do you chop it? I don't know. Do you buy it that way and you just call it coleslaw? I don't know. But I know I would not give up a whole meal for some doggone coleslaw. Maybe that coleslaw costs 15 cents. I don't know. But you gave up a whole meal. Just so you can shake your thing in it. Everything is allegedly, in my opinion. That's what he did, in my opinion. Gave up a whole meal just so he can shake his thing in it and get some. Oh, let me be quiet. Okay? Now, I guess the coleslaw ain't good enough for you to be seen outside. You only go over there at night when y'all in that sun that y'all produce sleep. So you can get another jump off. Shake your thing. Man, you need to go somewhere because you look so foolish now. You look foolish, foolish, foolish. But anyway, now he's trying to get Mel to pray so they can get back together. I'm going to just put that one to rest. She ain't getting back with you. She don't want you. She got a man. And she admitted that on the interview with Carlos King. She got a man. She did say she got a man that treats her very well. And time will tell whether she would decide. It's her decision. And Carlos did say it's her decision. If she wants to bring him on the show. And if she don't have to. She ain't like a Destiny that don't share her life. Mel, it wouldn't be a love in Huntsville if it wasn't for our Mel. Destiny didn't bring nothing to the table, so she had to go. You didn't have no storyline. Your husband, he got rid of your crazy butt too. So, and then you didn't offer nothing in, and you wouldn't tell nobody about your business anyway. You kept everything to yourself. And you call him, saying Mel was your friend, but you never would even tell her. You wouldn't even tell her when you got divorced. When the man divorced you, you didn't even tell her that. You waited till after the fact. So what kind of friend are you? You talk about she ain't a good friend. What kind of friend are you? You talk about her behind her back in a hotel with thin walls with the person that messy Letitia. So what kind of friend is that? You know Letitia don't like Mel, and she's jealous of Mel. So how are you gonna talk about her? How are you gonna talk about her? And Melanie's supposed to be your friend. Melanie is the one that got your butt on the show. Let me rephrase. She got you on the show. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have been on the show. So you messed it up for yourself. You don't, people do this all the time. And she fell for that okie dokie. When you give them things, they're not appreciated of the things that you have done for them or you doing for them. You trying to help them to increase their level upness, trying to level them up, help them to get where she's the type of person, she would help you. Mel would help you. She'll figure out where the help is needed and she tries to help you. She didn't try that many times to try to help Destiny. Because when Carlos talked about it, Carlos said that it was Mel that got her on the show. That brought Destiny to the forefront of him and the other producers' mind to talking to him, because they had talked to him before, but no, that didn't mean they was on the show. No, it was stalled. It was like, okay, you know how you go in an interview for something, and they say, I'll call you, but don't call us. We'll call you, and they throw your resume to the side. That's where her resume was, throw to the side. And then it was Mel that brought it up. Yes. You wouldn't have been on the show, just like, and then you gonna go talk mess behind her back with somebody that you know definitely don't like her and jealous of her, and our messy mama is the same way. You gonna sit down and break bread with somebody and talk about her? You can break bread with that person, but you don't talk about Mel and think you're gonna be just fine. You see where you at. You messed your own money up. You messed that bag up for yourself. Now you just got to go find yourself a real job, or start pulling out all the tricks in that bag that you got and find one that's gonna work. Because as I hear it, you ain't doing that good anyway. You was in the courtroom on that day on you, Stomi, Martell, all of y'all was in the courts on the same day. Earlier this week. Yes, y'all were. Everybody was in the courtroom. Maybe not the same courtroom, but everybody had court dates the same time. Yeah. And you know you ain't got no money to be in a courtroom. You ain't got no money to put a roof over your head. You was doing some of that squatter type stuff. Man wants you to get out the house and you still trying to stay in the house squatting. You and Martell, both squatters. The man that owned his house, trying to sell the house, and Martell up in there squatting. And if you ever looked at that house, it don't look like the homes that they lived in before. The inside looked messy because he's a messy, messy man. The house looked like he needs to clean it up inside. And the landscaping too. He don't have the same type of furniture he had when he was living with Mel. No more than that old dusty gray couch. That dusty looking old couch of his, that gray thing. Yeah. Man, you need to go somewhere and sit down. Leave Mel alone. She got a man. And a man treats her well. So leave it alone. And like she was saying, that the minute she do any type of scene with him, say hi to him or anything, he go thinking, oh, I got a chance. Oh, he acts like it's Christmas time. Oh, I got a chance. Man, you ain't got no chance. He get confused, delusional when he see Mel. He's almost giddy, like a little girl. Giddy, when he see Mel. Oh, Lord. I don't know. He's a narcissistic person in my opinion. He's giddy like a little girl when he gets a chance to see her or speak to her or she speaks to him. Lord of mine, it's like Christmas is every day raining down on him. He needs to go somewhere. Okay? He needs to go somewhere. But she try not to confuse him. She just try to keep it moving. Because she know any time she just give him an answer, just say hi to you, anything. You go thinking, y'all got a chance. Y'all look cool. Y'all getting ready to get back together. None of that. I'm just letting you know, Martell. No, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You can just go on with that Shari from Atlanta housewife, or you can go on with that baby mama of yours, that side chick, that coleslaw. Either one is a kind of not too bright in the head. Coleslaw, she just delusional and uneducated and need to grow up and somebody need to come and get their child and finish raising her. And then that Shari, she just got bad taste in men. She do anything for a storyline because she ain't got one on Atlanta no more than fighting with people and causing chaos and being nosy. Otherwise than that, she don't have a storyline. It says housewife, Atlanta housewife. She is not a housewife. She haven't been a housewife for years. Okay? She needs to go on the single, some type of single show. How to find a man. So she can, and so they can teach her how to find good quality men, because she ain't doing it right. If she picked your butt, and I know why she picked your butt, just for a storyline. So we're gonna leave you in that charade by Shabay or whatever she wanna call it, and that side chick alone. I'm gonna put y'all back in that dirty, dusty box and tie that bow up. Okay? But anyway, let's get back to our beautiful male. Okay? And if you did notice, during the first episode, she did film with her kids, and that dirty, dusty Martell said that the kids are not going to be on the show. He lied. That's one of his another delusional things of his. They may not be on there with him because he's out of control. But like Melanie said, she have to set boundaries. No matter how nice she is, and people always tell them, you should be nicer, you shouldn't be so mean. You know, you need to be nice. You could have been nicer on there, so you don't be so mean. But like she said, they don't know what's happening behind the scenes. They don't know what happened and why she have to not engage. Because she have to set boundaries, because people tend to try to take over if she don't. No. She got her boundaries that she have to set. Because sometimes she just need to be alone. She just need to be by herself. Okay? And that don't mean no shade to none of them ones that, you don't call me, you don't text me, and no friends of mine do a DM, tell me to DM. Yeah, she told you to DM her. Because she's letting you know where you stand with her. DM her, Stomi. You want, because she ain't giving you her number. You already showed that you can't be trusted. You ain't getting her number. That's why she have to have a track phone. So you and all the others, like Martell and whatever, Marceau, those other women, they are non-factor to me. She don't want none of y'all to know her number, okay? Only people that know her number is her camp, her mother, her brother, her people, not y'all. Don't be like that. You need to be nice. They don't know the hell that man put her through. And she told Carlos that was the one thing that made her want to walk away from the show. And he did not know it. He did not know that. That was the one thing that she was about to walk away. She wanted to walk away from the show because she got tired of people talking about she need to be nicer. She need to do that. She need to. They don't know her situation. If you have been in a situation with a narcissistic, out of control animal, delusional food like Martell, then you probably would be ready to walk too. But she stayed like she is. She's a fighter. She stayed. And she's willing to cooperate. But that don't mean you're going to stay up in her face. But that don't mean she's going to give you her phone number. That don't mean y'all going to be sitting down all the time, kikiing and ka. No. She just learned to work with you with a long hand, long arm. Okay? And then she did talk about that she did confirm that she was dating somebody, like I said before. And she said people don't know who he is. Nobody knows. And they're not going to know until she decides they need to know. But right now, she's enjoying having something all to herself. This is all to herself. And she's enjoying herself. Traveling, they're traveling together, they're doing this together, and she's enjoying it. And you can just see it all over her face. She was just as happy. I mean, it was just seeing Mel the way she used to be. She was happy, bubbling, laughing. Her and Carlos just kicking it back and just laughing, having fun. She's at her home and he's at his. They were just having a ball. And I like that. Because, And then they did bring up the fact that how at her last Christmas party, that was, that's been a while ago, that Christmas party, I think she said, that was 2 years ago when she had this Christmas party. And people still talking about it today. Still trying to bring the mess from the Christmas party up still today. She said it's been 3 years since she left Martell, but it's been 2 years since that Christmas party. And then they did, Carlos did talk about, and Mel did talk about the things that she got going on. Her new line with Jay Bolin, and then that she did over 650. She got now 650 master classes all over the nation now. 650 master classes. Let me take that back. She got 650 people that have started their own business due to her master class that she teaches. And they're all over the country. My voice is trying to go away. But she's doing great. And she, her new line that she got coming up, her skincare line, she has so many jobs. Sugar Mama's products. Excuse me, guys. Her skincare line, Sugar Mama's hair care line, her skincare line, her line with Jay Bolin, her master class. She's still running her business. She's still a successful builder as well because she's got her license. She still got that project going on with Chris Fletcher. She have her builder's license, like somebody needs to go and stop running the streets and go get theirs. But I don't think he can get it because he can't pass the test. He ain't tried so many times. I think he ain't gave up on that. He can't pass the test, guys. He ain't had a tutor and still can't pass that test. But I'm not gonna, we're gonna just end it at that. How our Melody, she is doing great. And then that tea party. Oh, let me just bring this up. That tea party. You're gonna see that coming up soon. They did talk about that. And she did, her and Carlos did bring up the fact that they got rid of Wanda, but I'm gonna call it the messy Wanda, to end up with a crazy Betty. And they didn't call Betty crazy, I did. Crazy Betty got rid of a messy Wanda and ended up with a crazy Betty. And Messy Wanda had a out of control, very jealous daughter, Letitia, that acts just like her. Tree don't fall for her, apple don't fall far from the tree. And then Crazy Betty got a little messy. She's more like a follower to me. She may be have her own business, her canvas brand, but to me, she doesn't act strong enough to say you're my friend and I rock with you. She don't appear to be strong enough for that. She want to go wherever the wind blows. And I'm not going to even talk about her no more because she's another topic. I'll talk about her in another topic of what she's doing right now. She's up to some mess right now. But we're going to leave it at that, the boss. Everything that she's doing. Boss lady. She's busy. She got so many things and Martell is jealous of all that money that he can't get his hands on. Ooh, jealousy don't fit you, man. If jealousy don't fit in those tight clothes that you be wearing. That's why you about to pop out of them with no socks on. Oh, I tell you, I'm so proud of her. Guys, I'm so proud of you, Mel. And we are the millimeters, all right? And we're always going to support her, guys. So if you have any comments about the commentary, just leave a comment for me, all right? And make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. All right, just hit the like and subscribe button right there. All right, and leave me a comment. We got to continue to grow this channel. Whew. Okay, I'm getting there. I am getting there with your all support, and you're watching. Make sure you watch everything all the way through so I can get that watch time as well. This is my son. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys. This is Pinkie, and I'm getting ready to sign out because I got to go eat. And what did I always tell y'all? When my coffee gets cold, it's cold. Now, when it gets cold or getting cold, it's time for me to go. So I got to go. I guess. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and end it here. Just make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and leave me a comment. Oh, yeah. I'm about to cry because my coffee is cold. All right. Bye-bye.